This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news: adverse weather conditions spawning several tornadoes here on Grand Bahama yesterday. One weather system touching down in West End. As Kimberly Mullings tells us, the tornado left a bit of damage in its path.
The Department of Meteorology of New Providence issued a severe thunderstorm watch Sunday morning at 8 a.m. for Bimini and Grand Bahama. The local Department of Meteorology's 6 a.m. predictions were calling for wind gusts to about 50 miles per hour Sunday morning, and at the time of the tornado, there were southwest winds at 40 miles per hour, gusting to about 48 miles per hour, causing damage to about 4 homes in the vicinity of the Big Yard in West End.
I'll say about 3 to 4 houses that was damaged real badly here in West End. Some trees fell on the house that caused some real major damage. My house was one of them. And then you had a tree over here that fell on the pole and caused all the wires them to drop.
Resident Jim Roker says everything happened quickly, from the moment the tornado touched down to a fruit tree causing the utility pole to snap and resulting in a power outage lasting over 6 hours.
The delivery is the one that really fell and caused all the damage here with the pole and the wires. The power went off right away. Just when we heard the ram from the tornado, then the power went off. A few blinks and then it was off, but the wind was blowing strong. So, this happened all of a sudden, just one time. Everything happened one time.
Having lived there his entire life, Roker says the settlement has never witnessed something like this.
We had hurricanes that did similar damage in one area. We had hurricanes that did similar damage. This is probably the worst of the tornadoes. We've never had any tornado that did this type of damage in this part of West End before. However,
he is optimistic that those residents who suffered damages from the storm will receive assistance soon.
I know for sure that we're going to have help probably coming through soon. We had the urban renewal crew came through. We had the minister for Grand Bahama came through. He gave us some promising words. So, hopefully, everything will be resolved soon.
Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Kimmel. Yesterday's weather system also doing its share of damage to the electricity supply on the island. Consumers in 8 Mile Walk, Boodle Bay, and West End were without power for several hours due to down power lines and damaged poles. Officials say the weather conditions forced a delay in repairs, and electricity was fully restored to all communities in the West by 7:30 last evening. Officials say there were pockets of outages throughout the island due to the weather, but all outages were addressed in the shortest possible time, and supplies were restored. In other news, ZNS News has learned that the work permit of Gabriel Varela, the general manager of Memories Resort, has reportedly been revoked, and he has been asked to wind up his affairs and leave the country within 30 days. While immigration officials did not confirm this report, a statement issued on Friday indicated that immigration officials received a report from the Department of Labor in relations to the actions of a non-Bahamian employee toward Bahamian employees at the Memories Hotel. Now, according to that statement, the report has resulted in the withdrawal of an expatriate employee's right to work in the Bahamas and his recall from the Bahamas. However, the statement concluded that the matter may be subjected to an appeal. The expat manager in question is believed to be the same manager who was embroiled in controversy with the Grand Bahama Youth Choir. You may recall that it was the night before Christmas when members of the youth choir were performing at the Memories Resort when they reportedly, directed by General Manager Gabriel Varela, was asked to leave the property in what has been described as an insulting and demeaning manner. Since then, the Ministry of Grand Bahama and several other government agencies commenced an investigation into the youth choir's claims, as well as complaints from members of the staff at the property. We contacted the Memories Resort, but officials there did not confirm or deny these reports. Bahamians who have reached the age of 18 and have not registered to vote are being encouraged to do so. The Parliamentary Registration Department is moving full speed ahead with its voter registration drive in preparation for the 2017 general election. Assistant Parliamentary Commissioner Reno Smith says the length of time a person has lived at a particular address is a key factor when registering to vote.
They must have resided in the particular constituency that they wish to register in or for at least 3 months. If an individual has moved to another location since the last election, they must provide a utility bill in their name of the new address.
The Assistant Parliamentary Commissioner also addressed the issue of residents who would have relocated to other islands for employment.
Left the island, and take for instance, they're working in Bimini. But they still maintain their residence here. They come home every 2-3 months. They're doing their banking and what have you, so it should not affect their constituency nor polling division per se. However, technically, if they wish to, if they are now domiciled in Bimini, they would still be included in the register for Grand Bahama and Bimini. It'd just be another constituency and polling division.
Now you can register to vote at the Parliamentary Registration Department in the National Insurance Board building Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and also from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. In news from the crime beat, 28-year-old Cadero Wallace of Frobisher Circle was arraigned before the court today on 6 counts of armed robbery and possession of an unlicensed firearm and ammunition. Wallace appeared before Magistrate W. Ferguson in Magistrate Court Number 1 and was not required to enter a plea. All matters were adjourned to the 21st of March 2016 for a preliminary inquiry. Now he was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services until trial. Cadero Wallace was also arraigned before Magistrate Charlton Smith on 2 counts of housebreaking and stealing. He pleaded not guilty to all charges. Bail was denied and he was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services until the 21st of March 2016 for trial. And good police work by officers of the Lukai Division credited for the arrest of a 42-year-old man on unlicensed firearm and ammunition charges. Police tell us that the officers were on patrol in the Freeport area around 9 this morning when they observed a man acting suspiciously. Who ran on seeing the officers. Officers gave chase and arrested the suspect, who was allegedly found in possession of a .38 revolver and ammunition. The male suspect is expected to face criminal charges sometime this week. Stay with us. There's more news right after this.